Hey guys, welcome back to the Wandering Wind. And so I haven't talked a bit about this in a while, but I want to talk today about my weight loss and about my journey because frankly, I've had great news and I've had some struggles, but don't we all? So first of all, I want to talk about how much I've lost. I have lost a total of 43 pounds since surgery. So in about 9 weeks, that's about 4.5 pounds per week, roughly. Now, maybe a little bit over, maybe a little bit under, but still, it's pretty good for my for my own progress. I mean, if I can get down to that in 9 weeks, then hopefully by this summer I've lost another 20, maybe 30 pounds, and I can get down to 220 to 30, something like that, and finally start fitting into normal size clothes and being a normal size person. Maybe get skin removal surgery next year if things go well. But I'm super excited that things have been going so well. One of the main things though I want to talk about has been my diet. Now the first 2 weeks out with the diet were, oh my goodness, they were rough. Because if you don't know, what I had gastric sleeve surgery. So that is basically where they go in and cut away 80% of the stomach, sew the rest of it together to form a sleeve, banana shaped like stomach, and then they use that as your new stomach. And for the first 2 weeks after surgery, you are on an all liquid diet. And it's rough on your system. It's like, what? And, between the first few days in the hospital waiting to get out, having clear liquids, it was weird. I mean, I tell you what, drinking like 2 or 3 ounces at a time and feeling like my stomach was going to burst from that was completely different from what I'd ever experienced before. And then getting through that first 2 weeks and then getting to semi-solid food where I'm allowed to eat stuff like grits and soups and stuff like that was really just, going through the steps, you really appreciate when you were able to eat real food. You really appreciate being able to eat all the foods that you used to eat and not being able to eat them now. You realize just how unhealthy that all was. Eating carbs and fats and large meals that you wouldn't have eaten otherwise unless you were, unfortunately, addicted to food in some way, shape, or form. But, beyond the scale, beyond the numbers, beyond even the food, there have been a lot of non-scale, non-numbered victories for my journey. About 2.5, 3 weeks out from surgery, I went, not even a week out, actually. It was right after. I went with my mom and my sister and her husband to the Wild Lights down in Columbus. They have every year at the Columbus Zoo, they have a light display where you get to walk through and everything. And it's about 3.5, 4 miles ish altogether if you take every single path. And over the course of that night, because we went around 6 p.m. and we're done around 9-ish, 9:30-ish, whenever the park was about to close in about half an hour. We walked about 3 miles-ish of the whole park. And I took very little breaks. I was actually very healthy with it. And, it was a big surprise because before I would have never been able to do that and survive. I would have had to take frequent breaks. It would have been awful, but I powered through and I was, it's those kinds of non-scale goals. Like, second, third week of December last year now, I went to a clothing drive for needy families because we are under well below the poverty level, and we got some free clothing. And I went ahead and measured my waist before we went because I knew I'd be a little bit smaller. And I was surprised to see 48 on my measurement. And then I went and I was looking through stuff and I found a pair of 46 pants that I thought, oh, these are so cute. I'd love to have them for when I got smaller. Well, the next day, out of curiosity, no, even the same day, out of curiosity, I went in the restroom, pulled on the pants, and buttoned them. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they fit. And they're a 46. So, and I'd measured my waist a couple of days before. So 2 inches in a couple of days. I mean, you don't realize the enormity of the situation from my perspective, but think of it this way. Think if you'd had your arm broken for like ever, like your whole life, your arm's just been dead, hanging at your side. The other arm's fine, but this arm's just there. And all of a sudden, over the course of like a few weeks, your arm suddenly somehow heals and you're able to use it again. It's like that, but with my whole body. I'm able to use my body and do things that I never would have been able to do before. A couple of days ago, my friends and I, one of my friends had a job up at a ski resort we live next to here in Ohio, Mad River Mountain. It's about 10, 15 miles away from where we live. And, we went up to the mountain and we went tubing for free because he had guest passes since he worked there. And I was able to do like 4 or 5 runs up the hill and then down on the tube. I had never done that before. In fact, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that again, actually. But, it's fun either way. It's fun being able to be here and actually have fun and do incredible things that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. It's amazing. It really is. And I think that's the point. It's not about the scale. It's not about the food. It's not even about extending my life. It's about improving the quality of my life through better health, better nutrition, and better experiences now that I'm no longer limited by what fat I had on my frame. I'm losing so much weight. I'm feeling so much better. And it's so good. It really is. It's so good to know that this is really happening. That this is really where I'm at this point in my life. And I love every moment of it. I do. It's amazing. It really is. It's amazing. And I want you guys to experience that kind of thing in your life. What's been holding you back for so long that you feel like you just need to get rid of? You can do it, because I did it. I used the tools that I had at my disposal and I got help. You can do the same if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. I love you very much, and until next time, I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things that you'll want to talk about. I will too, because it's you I like. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. I love you very much. I'll see you again soon.